Their goals, their aspirations are focused on the NCAA tournament, but they know that every time they take the floor, they're going to be the hunted. They're going to receive the best shot from their opponent. Enough, right? They just got to try to stay close enough, and they've got to try to see if they can string together multiple stops. The problem right now for them is at this end. They're allowing Gonzaga.
One bugaboo here in this first half. Duke has just had it stripped away by Watson. Suggs in transition, glided right past the defense. Moff, he was stomping the floor, and I was wondering what was going on. I think he was just trying to get his shoe back on. Suggs offensive rebound. Jalen Suggs off the glass.
Strong.
St. Mary's knocks down this year. They've just had a hard time with it. Suggs has a matchup now with the big man. Decided to step out and hit the three. Wow. This is where he's just so good. Out in the open court with that athleticism. And he just can rise up. He's got size at the point guard. So she's done a great job.
In this league, and look, she was in the mix in the conversation.
Put it up.
That athleticism.
After you brought it up, he pulled it off the report card. He just got rid of the category.
We're not talking about that one anymore.
Suggs misses
Jalen Suggs is going to be
your dreams are over. Your season is over. I mean, that's what makes the tournament so special.
And we've seen that for every team across the country, and unfortunately...
I mean, it's hard to even say struggled this year, but size at times can at least bother the Zags, and we know Matt Harms has size. Jalen Suggs went to the basket, got knocked to the floor, missed.
They have been much more comfortable playing with poise at both ends of the floor.
So, good recovery by BYU. Now Suggs on Harms, shoots over top, air ball. Ayayi right there, and a big reason why BYU's gotten better as the season's gone on. He does have that range, missed the three. Suggs passed up the three, went right into Harms, and if you're tuning in thinking, well, is this going to be another Gonzaga blowout? And BYU looking like they're not going to let that happen. Jalen Suggs, we don't see that happen very often. Alex Barcelo answered on the BYU, and Cougars just continue to score. They're at 37. There's Suggs right back at B. Chance to take the lead here.
Gideon George's numbers don't jump off the page from the first half, but he was vital in their success defensively.
Suggs had his shot blocked, and then Harvard landed right. Suggs passed up the three. He'll take it this time.
And then flexed on him, too.
Well, you're going to take down the number one team in the country, undefeated Gonzaga. You better have a little confidence. Suggs, that one was way no good. Rebound, Timmy. Jalen Suggs, shot rejected by Harms, a defensive player.
Defensive transition getting back for BYU.
Yep.
We haven't seen a lot of those easy run-outs, pass layup.
Suggs three. Harms has missed a couple of those in this game. Suggs three. Rebound who?
At BYU, their ability to find the answer.
Suggs, who's got that change of gear where he can down the court to play a little half-court basketball. Emhart weaving his way through. Picked up that dribble, though. Suggs three. Another one for Jalen Suggs. All the great players out there on the court, and there are moments where he's just different. Here he is. Behind the back dribble for three. Yes!
Stop it, Dave.
And you've got to be the aggressor.
Scott was trying to pass out of a would-be double team, and here comes Suggs and the Zags. A lob right back to the freshman, Jalen Suggs.
Good point, Dave.
That was my analyst hat again. Jalen Suggs steps through, missed the shot, though. Had a great look. A great three-point shooter. Watson down low. Found Suggs for three. Way too strong. If you go back a little farther, that was Markison who's having a nice game. Gonzaga with time on the clock. Suggs, we'll see what shot they get. He takes the three, way short. Kispert got a block. What can he do? Another little leave pass from Suggs. This time LMU defended it, so the runner short. Suggs blew right by the defense. a week ago and a big win.
I mean, he's done a tremendous job, too, of getting in shape. Weighed 269 last spring, down to 228.
Suggs with a foul.
Inside-outside threats in the league.
And Mark Few told us today that's a concern because Santa Clara has got almost a 7-footer in Willie Caruso down low to go with Vrankic. Jordan Williams. Suggs driving. Caruso with a block. Vrankic in transition. Suggs penetrates. Can't finish. Tips it. Timmy lost it. Of course, last year they had Filip Petrusev, and Timmy was behind him. And by the time they got to the end of the season, they were both playing at the same time. Suggs. Great look inside to his waist. Vrankic denied. Ayayi. This is Suggs with the left hand. And all of a sudden, the tempo is stirred. He didn't even get to go through his full senior year in high school, and here he is playing for the #1 team in the country. Ben Gregg. Suggs launches a three, missed it. Look at Kispert. Cleans the rebound. Suggs backs in. He misses. Carlisle. Tug of war. And Ezekiel Richards missed. Williams on the other end. I think it's wide open. Suggs. Oh, Suggs strong. And a free throw coming. And a warning, I think, to other West Coast Conference teams when you get to the tournament in Las Vegas. Suggs.
Cunningham of Oklahoma State in that mix.
I spoke
As far as who's going to go high.
I spoke to Kate on Thursday night on the Players Lounge, our halftime segment that we're doing on Wednesday. They would if we were in person. Like if this was a normal year and I was in Bristol, you better believe I'd have a full snack spread in front of me as the players were joining them.
Then tried to touch pass it to Masalski, but that was fumbled. Timmy, the big man, can lead the break. He can do just about everything. Jalen Suggs rattles it in. He never misses a shot from now until the rest of the year. Then will he get in the conversation?
The crazy part is it's highly likely that he won't. I mean, that off Kansas. Now, so they're back in the top 25. They beat Texas Tech today. Texas had some fighting amongst themselves in a game that they were up by 19. And it's great that they have a small grouping of spectators. It's all family and immediate members for both programs there to be able to celebrate their sons.
48 minutes.
That's good.
I just felt like it didn't need any other
defense than it would be their offense. I'm not worried about their ability to get possessions or find efficient ways to score. I mean, look, they get out of bounds underneath, get a wide open layup, they miss.
Along the line for Josh Parrish.
And I think that's a difficult route to go about. I mean, I'm not saying that, Sam Schultz said he's great. Like, he's been absolutely everything. They back cut by Kispert. He wanted that one, too. Yeah, he missed it.
Zags don't miss a lot. Timmy, what a look for Suggs.
That's the thing.
And finally, Ayayi comes away with the ball. Actually sort of got knocked down, but kept the dribble going. Suggs pull up three. No.
I'd love to go for the 3-on-3 tournament. The 3-on-3 tournament up there is fantastic during the course of the summer. I hope they can have it this year.
Me too. Great basketball. And no. How about Suggs?
It's Spokane. You should be driving there now and buying it.
We know they got the game on. Oh, what a nice play by Suggs to get through traffic.
He is an outstanding offensive player.
He is incredibly skilled. Coming off, get a load of this, in their last game against San Francisco. In 22 minutes, as Suggs banks it up.
It's driving and getting into the paint, but it's also in transition. Gonzaga is an excellent transition team, as they are right here. I mean, Jalen Suggs able to get it all the way to the rim. Draws
midway through the first half. The opposite story here tonight. Gonzaga out early, and they've held St. Mary's to just 6 points in almost 7 minutes. Suggs a little bit short.
A lot of teams can space the floor, but Gonzaga can stretch the defense because they can shoot it.
Toss with another bucket at the other end. And look at Suggs just kind of putting his head down. Got a chance to get to 50 here in the first half.
And it's not like they've played great either. They've played well, but they're capable of much better. well defended by St. Mary's, and the Gales trying to switch some of these actions, but so many different weapons that you make the
bench is depth inside for the Zags. Not feeling well, didn't make the trip to San Francisco. Jalen Suggs has been mostly quiet in this one until now. What a move. It's about this. Suggs from way outside, a little too strong.
Todd Golden watching a 3-shot finally go down for his team.
I did the dishes at halftime on Monday night. There you go. It's a whole new world player out there, but that was pretty good athleticism on that last dunk.
Not a lot of guys that can do that.
No. Used a screen, sub, and plus pay-per-view UFC 258 main card as well. Suggs had his shot blocked. That was pretty good defense from here. Gideon George young in terms of experience at this level. Caleb Lohner, who is a freshman, who are now in the starting lineup for a second straight game together. Those two were probably the finishes off Oklahoma State. Dave Fleming, Sean Farnham tonight from Provo, Utah, where the Zags are off to another terrific start. The #1 ranked undefeated Gonzaga Bulldogs. Jalen
Possession, not allowing second chance points.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Matt Harms just got taken out of the game. Richard Harward is in there. Suggs, nice little move from the freshman to lay it in off the glass. I mean, Connor Harding's now missed 2 basically uncontested layups. You do that against #1, you got no chance. Suggs pulls up for 3, and he airballs it. It was different BYU team. A BYU team that's having another good year. They're 15-4, 6-2, projected easily to be in the field as Jalen Suggs, perfect on the 3.
Could be in Provo.
It tells you a little bit something, doesn't it, about the confidence his coach has in him, that he's got the assignment with Kispert. Suggs went right by. They'll call that basket.
I think if you're going to use Harms, just continue to use him as a screener. And I would delay his role to continue to allow that bench. And what you'd like to see is the maturity to come back out on the floor and bring that same level of intensity that he had earlier in this game.
Threw that one up
tonight. You're not sleeping in here. And if you are, you're going to bed too late.
Yeah, Kellen's 9. These later night games. This big interruption coming up for the Bears.
I think it's a big advantage to have as much normalcy right now as you possibly can. And it's not just the normalcy of functions moving in the right direction. I think that benefits anybody.
Brandon Averett answered a beautiful teardrop from Jalen Suggs, who'll now shoot a long-range 3 and hit it. My goodness.
He's continuing to show that he's got confidence in his ability to knock down that shot.
Nembhard backdoors to Suggs, who reverses it in.
One of them was in Lexington. Everybody else went to different locations this past year. Oklahoma State, USC, Gonzaga, Florida State. This kid is special. You can't have 17 turnovers on your home floor. They have 17 turnovers that have led to 23 points for Gonzaga tonight.
Not that time for Burt. Blocked with both hands against Brandon Averett. Suggs knows right where Averett is. Kind of rode him down the court the whole way. And then laid last team to beat the Zags. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this year in Provo. Suggs again, but he missed that one. Friends having lots of COVID issues. BYU is scheduled to play St. Mary's later this week. That game has been postponed. Suggs went into a triple team. Suggs pull up long 2, short.
Sure they have the balance so they can get back quickly and react.
Yeah, David Stoudemire said that today. He said, we've got to be better transitionally on defense. That's one of the keys. Here's a 3. No good off the front.
And that, nothing real easy yet.
1 point lead.
Might be time to look to the post.
Little crossover move. Suggs to the basket, no good. His putback is no good, and the rebound by Bell. Bailey for 3. That's hard off the back of the iron. Timmy with the rebound.
I'd go right back to Timmy if they don't get something on the transition.
Suggs for 3, and it's the first 3.
Score is tied, but this has been a win so far for Pacific in terms of just the tempo and the way this first half is being played.
Jalen Suggs. The ball was tipped. It went.
You from the defensive player to get your shot off and with more confidence.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Ayayi to Suggs for 3. It is.
Half-court sets in recognition of when the open shooter is wide open to get him the basketball, especially in the wings in the corner.
Suggs opened from that spot, and it's good. It's his second ball was in the cylinder, but it went in.
You could hear somebody say he didn't touch it.
Helping from the sidelines. 45-40, Suggs trying to answer.
You're going to get the eyes of at least one official to catch it. They're running his number again right here, Tom. They sealed it off better, though, with Kisper.
And Suggs right to the basket, can't fit it. Timmy does not convert, and Gonzaga gets it back.
Little tip there, too, in the lane.
And Suggs speeds to the basket, slides his way in.
Set some action, motion, and looking for Timmy again.
Suggs, step back jumper is good. Now got only one other game this year at halftime. It was against West Virginia. They won that one by 5 points. Little different story here tonight. Suggs with the rebound, and he's fouled. They've made 11 of their last 13 field goals. Timmy setting the screen for Suggs. He'll take a 3 and no
Cross with the left hand.
And Dave, that's what we were talking about in the open, the ability to find a seam and finish over the top in traffic.
Suggs 3, no ball back. Never did. Turned it over. Third turnover for the Zags in these first few minutes, and there Suggs steals one away. Jalen Suggs, that's the defense that you highlighted right at.
And a new facility upgrade would be huge as far as recruiting and just being able to kind of show off everything that's so great about Pepperdine and Malibu.
Pepperdine was up 6 with a minute to go and couldn't hold the lead. Otherwise, that story never would have been told.
Now, Will Wade is going, I know your pain after
percent from 2-point range in this game. I mean, their efficiency on offense is just, again, off the charts. And when they aren't
anybody in the country as of late for Baylor, Maceo Teague, phenomenal. Davion Mitchell, just really great at the defensive end of the floor. Two-way player for them. And then you look at the Texans.
For Gonzaga, he and Suggs ran into each other on the rebound attempt, but Suggs will bring it up. Stepping back for 3, Suggs on the way, good. And Gonzaga has their first. Inside Strother in the corner, gets it back. Suggs, deep 3 coming, no good, back iron, rebound to Pinchuk. Ayayi up top, Nembhard. Underneath, great pass, Suggs lost the basketball, Pyle takes it away.
And make good decisions, and honestly, you could even throw Timmy into that conversation as somebody who can do the same.
Suggs. Timmy crashing the board.
Happened pretty easily when you play against a Gonzaga team that just keeps attacking you on both ends of the floor.
Suggs. Strength got his own miss back and converts it. Nembhard into the corner. Suggs loves that three-point shot tonight. This one goes. And again, Suggs, great anticipation and a two-handed flush. And another chance for Gonzaga. Suggs posting up. Got into Sullivan. Ball fell off.
Because you've got to make stops. Virginia was obviously 2 years ago just exactly that.
Nice give. Suggs, but that pass from Ayayi was spot.
Against Pepperdine, even if Jordan Bell catches it cleanly, what's he going to do? His momentum's taking him out of bounds. Crockrell's got to understand that and just hold it.
Suggs short on that 3 attempt. What they're paying Barrett, but it's not enough.
Give him a raise.
Here's Jalen Suggs. Deep 3. Oh, I tell you, when he starts doing that, Suggs on the prowl to Kispert. Suggs, high corner 3, way off. Joel. Anton high-low, catch ball low. Oh! Hampshire with a block from behind, but Suggs play for 1, up 52-21. Jalen. Too hard. Finch doing the rebound. Did a good job to get back in their transition defense. Not sure what that was. A lot of noise in the arena. Suggs got inside. That was halfway down and out.
I mean, the Gonzaga players that come before the current or next generation, they lead the way. They set the tone for work ethic and
Brown. Suggs another rebound now, 11. Coast to coast. Shot was blocked. Outlet.
Any ISOs on the wing that night.
So that night you scored 27, but you gave up 50? Is that what we're...
Basically.
Okay.
His shot partially deflected. Here come the Zags. Watson knew exactly where Suggs was, found him, but he missed the three.
Good value for Randy Bennett.
And he's having an excellent year. Suggs went right by him, though. Had his shot maybe partially deflected. St. Mary's challenge is, even when they've been wide open this season, they haven't always knocked him down. If they can do that tonight, they have a chance in this game. Suggs, what a beautiful move that was. Suggs toss switched on him, so Suggs shot the three. No good. Now, the Gales haven't scored in almost 5 minutes. It's remarkable that they still lead the #1 team in the country. Jalen Suggs had a long stint on the bench, comes back in the game, thought he was fouled. Trying to kick it back into gear here. Zags start off with the ball. Second half underway. Jalen Suggs had 2 fouls, didn't play big minutes, blew right by for the layup. A little two-man game. Suggs had his shot challenged, got his own miss, puts it back in with a foul. On the three.
And see, that's what Jalen Suggs just need to be solid. He's flying around on the floor. You like it, but you want to see it with better purpose.
That was some purpose.
Yeah.
Shoots another three in and out. Suggs pulls up from way outside and came up short. New programs. Tommy Kuzi, who really has played well, having a heck of a year, just missed that shot. Suggs, who's back in, glides down the court, had his shot blocked as he went to the rim. That was a nice defensive play. In him, he's got some talent, the big man.
It needs to be consistent, though,
Yeah,
Dave. I mean,
does.
you can't just make one shot and then all of a sudden say, well, hey, you got to sustain that over a full 40 minutes. And
by Suggs. He runs the floor, gets it back, lays it in. Us had 47 points and 16 assists. And he's so dedicated that it's said, I haven't seen this, but elevated the program to where it is without question one of the premier programs in America.
It's one of the greatest done it. And the answer is nobody. Nobody's done what Gonzaga's done at this level for this period of time. It's absolutely remarkable. 7.6 rebounds. I think, Dan, you would remark that it hadn't seemed like a Drew Timme type performance, but boy, the last 7-8 minutes has been more along the lines of BYU and Gonzaga played an unscheduled game after Gonzaga couldn't play against Santa Clara. Excuse me.
#1 Gonzaga unbeaten at 12-0 all season long. People have been talking about Gonzaga and Baylor. Gonzaga and Baylor. There are just a handful of unbeaten teams who have played.
The better they're going to get. And I think I would love to see these teams play, and I think they will play in Indianapolis. Now, experience, you give a slight edge. This is even. Both these teams are tough. Baylor is tough physically and mentally. So is Gonzaga. Hustle is even. Both these teams are competitors. Go-to guy.
High hand. Basket didn't want it. Here comes the Zags. Nice little Euro step through by Suggs to get by.
Pushing it back.
Gonzaga's so hot from the field, 7 for their last 8. Suggs. Oh my goodness! Show and go with. So the Zags on a bit of a drought, 88-62. Chase Adams just getting everybody going. Harris, by the way, entering the, you bet, in this.
Get out of that corner.
Near corner. Chase gives it up, and uh-oh, this is trouble. Suggs takes it himself and gets the kind.
Per game so far this year, outscoring their opponents by a huge margin. It just is a team loaded with weapons, and the challenge for BYU, the last team to actually beat Conference Player of the Week, Joel Ayayi, who's been playing at such a high level. There's another BYU turnover. Barcelo, who's just been red hot from 3, missed that one. A lot of those shots are going to have to go down for BYU to even have a hope of hanging that league.
I was covering the SEC for his first couple of years at Florida, and when he got his eligibility 2 days before the Kansas game, the depth
switch to the left hand and draws the foul. My goodness.
Now think about that, though. Obviously,
by Watson.
And Watson thought it was a shot and went for the box out.
I kind of did too at first.
That would have been a very poor shot, Dave.
It was ugly.
But that's how dialed in you have to be in the second half if you want to try to erase this lead.
Watson out.
I love this out of bounds play, but George has come off the bench in the first half and in the second half and is playing with a tremendous amount of moxie.
Suggs got it picked from behind. Barcelo.
Those away, they're 5-8. Guess what the Pac-12 was? 4-8. So it's not about changing conferences. It's about giving respect to the depth.
Zach Wilson, I had BYU maybe 3 times this year, and he was just unbelievably good.
His mobility and able to extend plays, I think.
LA maybe playing even a little better than expected. I think people expected the Bruins to be good. Arizona's played well.
It's a wide open conference race.
From the kennel in Spokane, Washington, John Shambi in New York, Fran Fraschilla in Dallas as Suggs. Ayayi sneaks in for an offensive rebound.
He does so many little things. Boy, has he improved in 4 years. I thought he never
Suggs
played.
Jumper.
Just have to limit easy baskets, which is not easy to do when you have the ability to pass the ball the way their top 6 or 7 guys can. You know, we need a niche somewhere. We just can't recruit the Northwest. We got to find a niche. And Tommy said, well, I like to travel. And the next thing,
all over
everywhere.
the place.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking Poland, Russia, France, Germany, everywhere.
John, one of the things nobody talks about for watching, I saw him in high school. I thought he was David Robinson. And he plays 3 games and like oh man, don't even get me started.
A draft, but there weren't a lot of workouts for anybody to do after he declared, but he was given great feedback. Suggs, how about that? 3 turnovers on 3 possessions. And is their defensive philosophy, Bill? Is that
it is. His dad started it. Uncle Jack as well. Chris Dick Bennett at Wisconsin.
Scored 505 points last year, Huff did. Got bigger and stronger with each passing year. There's another block.
Does a nice job over Tweet. I'll just listen.
16 fouls for the Cavs. Suggs. Spin move got free. Can't finish.
Your players after that loss. He said the next day. And they started psychologically reaching one another. Look at the strength by Suggs.
72-49.
Nice steal.
And Murphy has it knocked away. Suggs, such good hands. Heads to the basket. Finishes strong.
With a good look ahead.
29 points for Kispert. Clark can't get that one to go. Kispert leaves it for Ayayi. And here is Suggs.
The jumps.
On the three, Nembhard, Suggs the catch, Suggs the finish, and the Bulldogs now are rolling. Now they've really opened this thing up. 3 minutes in, and Suggs with the rebound there. They're going to leave him open. He'll take the three and bury it. I mean, just bury it.
You know, the impressive thing, Rich, about Suggs is the game.
He'll have what has made Gonzaga successful, that zag. And it's, I mean, around basketball, people know what that means. The word zag means.
That guy makes it easy for everybody.
Absolutely.
Because if you play him one-on-one, he's got a variety of moves he can go to inside. And this team is so unselfish as Suggs comes charge of doing what he does. Unlucky on the bounce there, but he does a great job finding angles where there appear to be no angles.
Suggs, long-range three. It's good.
Be close and fast-paced. Will that depth pay dividends in the second half sometime?
Off-balance shot by Murray. And Suggs has it blocked away on the opposite ends. Suggs step back three is good. It's just good. And the drought is a little more than 3.5 minutes for the Hawkeyes. Suggs for three again. Yes! And Nunji a little too strong with that 2-point field goal attempt. Dominic Harris, the freshman, with the rebound. First bucket for Connor McCaffrey. Suggs with 15 points. Trying another three. Gets another three. 9 basketball courts in all. This, of course, is the main one. Suggs going right to work. Switching sides of the leg. Get a three. Well, the Hawkeyes really needed that. And Suggs with the answer and a pretty finish.
Yeah, you never see him really rush. Probably because he's so strong.
And you alluded to the work ethic. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody with the kind of work ethic. Nembhard spin move, reverses his field. Ayayi with the rebound. And Suggs under the basket, and his shot is blocked away. Gets it back.
To the poor decision by Frederick.
Nembhard dribbles in, goes to Suggs from the corner. A little too strong.
Not going to get it done. Not against the #1 team in the country.
Nunji back in for the Hawkeyes. Suggs pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound. 20 points, yep.
So now, a little full-court pressure and a different type of game pressure on Gonzaga now.
Yeah, Keegan Murray's leading the way. Three-pointer up top is no good.
Yeah, he's really struggled. I mean, other than the North Carolina game where he was 7 of 16, he was 6 of 25 on his other threes.
Ball knocked away. Cook, though. Hannon fires three. No good. He's just been off today. Ayayi with the rebound. Here we go in transition. The alley-oop to Suggs, and he can't jam it home.
Gonzaga Bulldogs, especially in that first half, because there weren't a lot of quality threes to be had. I thought the perimeter defense from Gonzaga was really pretty good.
And Suggs
wins over South Dakota State, VCU, and Western Kentucky in the tournament in Sioux Falls.
Culver may be a little bit unorthodox, but he gets things done. And there's Jalen Suggs.
And the Mountaineers are up 5.
You think Shibwe was fired up for this game? Everybody's talking about Timmy and his footwork, and Shibwe showing some pretty good footwork there himself.
How about an offensive foul?
Yeah, McCabe just not under control, needed to come to a jump stop. Anytime you get past the free throw line as a point guard, you've got to use to get one to go down.
He's going to try one here, and there it is. Timmy around his man, can't finish. Oh, and Culver let the rebound get away, and Ayayi is there to clean it up.
Hardly ever see that. Culver goes after the ball, and then Sherman turned his head, guarding Ayayi in the corner, and he knew it. As soon as he saw that pass go, he knew that he was out of.
Defensive play this time. Suggs all the way to the rim. Look at me some. Saw him mix it in a little bit yesterday.
Pittsburgh really looking for the ball in the wing here.
It's Suggs for three. Long rebound, Timmy.
I think the man to play him there is going to open up other areas. Once again, Suggs.
His second pick. Maneuvering. And finishing at the rim. And a foul.
Work in progress, too. Yep. I think in another year or so, he's going to really be a factor inside. Nice hesitation.
Oh, that was pretty from Suggs.
A little lingerie on the deck there.
You got 4 out there with Akingbola, a lot of length. They're trying to guard Suggs, who misses the 3.
And you notice Nembhard is right back.
Flanagan, another one. Suggs on the run out. This is where he's dangerous. Oh, what a finish.
Oh, my goodness. The left hand.
8-point surge for Flanagan here in these last few minutes. Suggs, the blow by, the rejection from Jalen Williams. Just off target. Lob, Ayayi to Suggs. What a finish.
How about that play?
Major key for younger teams, too.
And some of those Florida State kids are high level, too.
Okay.
You've got one of them coming, right?
Bulls drafted Patrick Williams at number 5.
Unfortunately, I only had 6 or 7 away.
Knocked away by Anton Watson.
Pretty.
The lob to the rim for Jalen Suggs. Beautiful feed by Joel Ayayi. Here he is. Nice help. Surrounded him that time, Billy. Suggs, the athletic guard, back the other way with his second bucket.
What do you think of the advance, Billy?
David McCormick, a 3 off target from Wilson. Suggs, the step through, the stop and go.
Nice save.
Watson slapped it out.
Really step and go on this denial on the wings. It's done been effective. He can do this.
Yep, Suggs carries it.
Unbelievable. Timmy's actually getting the ball easily in that low box area.
Well, Suggs through a lot of traffic. Lightfoot, part of that defense, saved it.
Let's grab it more. No, gotta read it. Nice play by Timmy.
Brown forced it a little. Suggs, oh, what a finish at the rim, and a foul.
Well, he's in that attack mode. That's that foot speed he has now. Numbers.
Yep, here comes Suggs to Nembhard. Back to Suggs. Oh, he left it a little bit short.
Learning that post defense is so important for young people. How to be in position.
Maneuvering. Jalen Suggs in the air.
Yeah.
Good job. He got back and knocked it away. Nembhard with a beautiful feed to Suggs. Rebound Thompson.
And your point is well taken.
Garrett slipped on the deck, lost the ball. Timmy to Suggs. Muscling through.
Family connections.
Yeah.
Who noted that?
Exactly. From Tulsa.
You and Bill are tight, the dad.
Suggs. What a shot for Bill Self at Tulsa in the late 90s. And we mentioned his grandfather, Marshall Rogers, played at KU momentarily before transferring out.
Green to set it up for that dribble drive. This kid is taking over.
Oh, my goodness. Suggs again into the cameraman.
He's down. Level 1s against the program, but they're working hard. They feel confident in what they did, and what they're accused of is not necessarily the fact.
I think so, too.
Don't you? Because
you may see 3 guards to 5 guards in the same game for Kansas, maybe.
Look at this kid get.
Oh, my goodness. It's Jalen Suggs again.
Well, they put Timmy on the high point.
Side quick shot by Gale standards by Judah Brown, no good. Here comes Jalen Suggs leading the way for Gonzaga. He loves those drop back transition passes, and Ayayi. A good look for the big man, Matthias Toss, who is a good scoring big man. Suggs down low. Timmy got that great position, and from there it's just about automatic.
Sure, and be successful with.
Good defense there by Watson. I think Fotu fell down. Suggs in transition, just sort of surveyed, found Nembhard open for the 3.
His demeanor, his approach, his connectivity with his players.
Player development. So many guys have gotten better under Mark Pope.
Very effective for teams if you're able to get there. When you have shooters, you can space the floor, find a seam and attack.
Great pass. Suggs to Ayayi, goes right to the rim. Jalen Suggs all the way right into the 7-footer, and then lost the ball, saved it to Kispert. 3, good from the corner. Johnson, 3. Here comes Suggs with the great outlet pass. Ayayi with the catch. George got back and blocked it for the years, and they've had a lot of them. Kispert with the catch. BYU. See who they foul. They tried to foul Nembhard. They still didn't get the foul down, and Suggs found Timmy for the dunk, so they didn't.
He's averaging almost 17.5 points per game and almost 8 rebounds per contest. He's the best player. He's an all-conference caliber player in the West Coast Conference. He demurs.
Jalen Anderson had a good look. Here come the Zags, and LMU is outnumbered. That's not a good thing against Gonzaga. Suggs lifted for Kispert. Turns into a Gonzaga turnover. Drew Timme, I don't know if he got hit. Suggs, what a terrific defensive play. And he finds Timme for a dunk.
Let's go in the other direction.
Cut by Ayayi, just hung in the air. Anderson in the lane against Suggs, who's just such a good defender for a freshman. Now Suggs leads the break. Perfect bounce pass to Watson. Action today. There are a lot of interesting things that happen. The Nets streak at stake without KD and Kyrie. A title defense as well. Sports Center coaching job. You got people you can call.
Yep. Everything about coaching is about relationships.
Suggs to Watson for the dunk.
Timme on the high side gambles, doesn't come up with it. Defensive weak side rotation a little bit late.
Kispert unguarded. That's a good find. And three, missed it. Suggs. All these Gonzaga guards can rebound. Kispert can flat out shoot. And he drills a 23-footer. Deliver the ball. Brankic a quick trigger. Suggs fires at Kispert in transition.
Wow. What a throw. Good on the offensive glass. Didn't come up with the rebound, but he sensed the big Caruso wasn't taking care of the ball, gets the steal. Leads to another opportunity for Gonzaga. Land was actually coached by his dad, Joe.
That's Kispert. That's Kispert.
Get out and
Back to 6. Back to Timme. Bucket. Free throw. And a timeout. Pick, roll, bucket.
And that is the time for the pocket pass. The previous
Parrish, that was a good little hesitation move. Instead of settling for the pull-up, he laid it in.
Defensive intensity not where it needs to be for Gonzaga right now. They were
rather pointing that press to give a little more length. But yeah, that's a bad turnover, especially on the road.
Gales have turned it over 6 times in their last for St. Mary's as they try to creep back into this.
Yeah, Mark Few telling his team, push the pace, get the ball up court quickly.
Ayayi
was really recruiting Timme hard. And he had said that Timme was loved Gonzaga, and he said, how do you recruit negatively against Gonzaga? It's impossible. 50% from the field. And he can block a shot coming over from the weak side. He's got good hands, but oh, what a great pass.
Wow.
She missed those 13 shots.
If you're Mark Few, in all seriousness, what are you emphasizing right now, other than, hey, guys, don't get complacent? What are you emphasizing?
As just smothered by Suggs, who's such a good defensive player, particularly for a young player. Ayayi down low. Nifty little spin move scored right in the face of Bouye.
Game so far for Gonzaga. I mean, that's a good offensive possession there, but show on 2 on-ball screens, get back, shrink the floor. Everything's going the way that you would want. Defense. We're about to our first halftime today, and my son knocks on the door and goes, Dad, would you like 10 chickens or 10 dogs? Which one would you rather have? I said 10 chickens. And he goes, team defense. And so they're settling for some of those one-pass, shoot 3-pointers, and that's not what you want.
Wow, Timme got the block on one end and then the feed.
His upsides. He thinks he can become the face of the Dons moving forward if he stays committed to the process.
That one flipped up and in by.
You're not going to make up large deficits against this team with as powerful as their offense is.
Alex Barcelo took the first shot. Kispert will do that for the Zags, and he knocks him at BYU back down to a 9-point Zags lead. Timme, quick move, then spun back left and finished with that hand. System. BYU's basically a top 25 team playing on its home floor. Gonzaga's had some foul trouble. Corey Kispert's had his quietest game, although he knocks down.
Floor, Valley for 3. It's no good. And an easy rebound for Suggs.
Yeah, a little sloppy on that set just then.
And Kispert's going to get 3 free. Oh, first time, but gentle the second time.
Good hops just then on the timing.
51-50 and a foul on the floor. No, count the bucket.
It finally kind of hit them.
Well, that
beautiful by Jenkins.
That is a tough shot.
Yeah, that was very difficult.
Timme in transition, able to keeps that stretch of 21-point average the last 7 games. Make it 8 now. Again in transition, Ayayi.
And yet, you know, it's, at least by sound, it almost has the feel of like a summer league game. Gonzaga does not treat these games that way at all. They play like this is a pack.
And now a steal. Suggs takes it away, leaves it for Kispert, who gets the dunk. Timeout, San Diego.
And there's a good bucket by Yavuz Goltakin. The left hand, Kispert right at it, though, at the other end. Oh, the touch on that shot.
Transition there. If you don't have a layup, if you're Pacific, they're going to want to pull it out and force Gonzaga to have to defend. Deeper in the clock is Watson with a nice pickup there off the broken.
That short. Suggs with it for Gonzaga. Timmy. Wide open three. Bingo. And that's then.
Nice separation on that crossover there. An all West Coast Conference freshman team a season ago, but you get the ball down the floor that quick, figure out his team. I talked to him earlier today on the phone, and he said, Dan, look, we had a 24-day pause. We haven't been able to practice. Kispert, the nice layup off the cut. But
may have been watching on CBS Sports earlier today. Listen to Dan call St. Mary's in San Francisco, and now as Nembhard hits the corner three for Gonzaga. Suggs. Timmy.
What a pass.
Boy, Bell turned his head for a split second. And the ball, oh, it is saved, but right to Suggs. Great play over there by Bailey. The lob to Anton Watson. Off the three. But missed it. Kispert trailing, another three on the way. Kispert with,
Who's just been everywhere. How about this beginning to this game? Timmy in transition from Suggs.
Timmy's like, I've been watching.
To his height, I would say. And maybe we're a little bit spoiled with Cade Cunningham, who's got a 7'2" wingspan, and he can play the point guard position. But no, Suggs is a total
audience, isn't it?
The tension. It's a muted tension, right, Raph?
I think it's just family and friends.
Yep.
Nice again.
Timmy again. DeJuan Harris Jr., redshirt freshman from Columbia, Missouri. What a pass that was from Suggs to Ayayi.
He set it up.
Get the sense as Kansas gets going in its schedule, there may not be many teams at all that are going to hit 100 points, but if any team's going to hit it, it's this offense.
Kuzi again into the lane, and again just could not get the layup to go. So there's Suggs with the outlet. It was knocked out of bounds, and I guess it went off Nembhard.
Down 10, 3 minutes left to go. How are you going to be able to work and try to execute in that time stretch to come back and win? And they're tallying all of these results, and I think that is back to the basket. But we also see a lot of ball, straight line drives, movement without the ball in their hands, making positive plays.
And they need some of those outside shots to go down. Off of Suggs' leg, out of bounds.
Yeah, Gideon George, remember that.
Sabonis, Kelly Olynyk, another name on that list of all the big players that Gonzaga has had so many and so many thriving in the NBA right now. Suggs, well, they call him for an
You're not boxing out. I mean, offensive rebounds have been, there have been plenty of opportunities there for LMU to get second chance points.
Yeah, there have. Suggs was a three-pointer goes down.
LMU's not going away.
Pepe even got a hand on that one. That turns into a Gonzaga turnover. The rim on his layup attempt. Suggs got the lead from Nembhard and tried to throw it over
get cute
the
on
back.
that one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he tried to get too cute on that one. That was not sub.
Contest with our size. Don't worry about fouls. We've got enough depth with our interior.
That's a turnover. Very un-Zag-like. Jalen Williams with both hands. Carlisle's back in. That's a turnover. And if you want some instant momentum, a two-hand thunderous. Trying to put his stamp here on the second half. Suggs, that is a charge. Easy. Suggs, remember, left after the foul.
Those are the learning type turnovers.
A win that had everybody in their program excited.
And to your point, the only teams that have played fewer games than San Diego have been.
They do. That's Yowan Pasolski's nickname, the Squirrel. Suggs, I don't think Timmy was getting ready for the pass.
I think one of the things San Diego's doing a really good job of is what Sam Scholl told us he wanted to do earlier. Is tell his guys, hey, no self-thought moments out on the floor. Yes, it's here on ESPN. I think that's the first time someone's had a food announced that it's been named after him.
That was the official announcement. That was a world premiere right there. They had the boxes with the labels.
Said guys that are real ballers don't mind competition.
Right.
And he's right.
Got a tie up there on the drive by. I remember you got a lot of mileage out of his beard that year.
Karnowski got a lot of mileage out of me.
This is a back-to-back, the best two possessions that I've seen San Francisco have so far in this game.
Great hustle, turnover in the front court. 11-3 Gonzaga run. Now the double team comes and Nembhard steals it away. Great lead pass to Suggs. Knifes his way down the lane and they call him for an offensive.
Jalen Suggs to me looks better than that. And I'll tell you one other player that if you're not paying attention to, USC's Evan Mobley. He has been ultra
set this weekend. Hopefully that game will go as scheduled. Under a minute to go.
You and I are going to do that game together.
I sure hope so.
Shoots at 36% as he does from the floor. Nice step in by Suggs, what he does so well, just taking chances.
And try to finish, and he does. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. 1 point lead for the Tigers. Ayayi along the baseline up top to Suggs. And Suggs back to Ayayi out of bounds. And Gonzaga.
Fadeaway baseline, tough shot. And the ball tapped out to Ayayi. 2-on-1 for the Zags. Suggs in transition, offensive foul.
And now Suggs sets it up. And the deflection by Calcaterra trying to go to Watson inside. This is buries the three. He's got a good-looking shot. I said this in the first half. He's now 6 of 7 from the floor. You got to get him more shots.
22% inside the arc. I mean, you pick your poison. You give up the jump shot versus him creating offense for himself or somebody else with the dribble drive. I don't know how you slow this team down.
So how would you guys guard him? Because I think that's the best. I think you go under a pick and roll and make him prove to you that he can consistently make jump shots.
I'm not arguing. Jalen into the paint, trying to go to Ballo. And it's Pacific basketball when we come back. Suggs slides. And the turnover. The 9th of the game for Gonzaga.
What does that mean, Dave? It allows you to go back and set up your defense. And that's what gives you the opportunity to slow down Gonzaga.
Down low. Switch to his right hand. Maybe that's the key for him.
The floor spacing just been outstanding offensively. Luckily, that's not offensive. It was. A little bit delayed on the call.
Court. So those are the 4 candidates I see for the number 1.
All right, so we posted on the gram that I was going to bring up a story I saw today at Shoot Around to you. And watching Jalen, I talked.
Suggs, late shot clock. Trying to bounce it to Ayayi. Threw it out of bounds. Every game they play now is big because they have, in a way, sort of dug themselves a hole.
The thing about this year, this upcoming poll, we're going to look at a poll that doesn't have Kentucky nor.
Zaga's put up. They scored 102.
of intensity at the defensive end of the floor here in the second half, though, Dave.
Totally different, and Suggs swats it away.
And it caused some issues for Drew Timme in the first half of that game.
It did. That's been the closest game for the Zags. Bowen had his shot. Johnson cut off in the key. Logan Johnson cut off again. So Kyle Bowen will shoot his second.
Right now about how close they are in this game, considering how much they've struggled, how much they've allowed Gonzaga to get out run. It's only an 8-point game.
And they have started to make some. Double team came on Saxon. Ball movement. Clinton this time will shoot.
Have impacted a lot of rosters as of late. You Colin Gillespie, Justin Moore from Villanova. You look at Joe Wieskamp from
He had 24 in the game on February 8th.
Well, you and I were on the call for that one. Alex Barcelo, 3. No.
Okay,
Joel
just making
Ayayi,
sure.
who had a great tournament last year. He was the WCC tournament MVP last year. Hit the 3 to put.
Watson has done it, but I'm not going to put him in that category.
I think that's fair. Anton Watson's a good role player for this team. He's harassing Richard Harward. Nell. Averett went baseline. Here's Nell, 3. Good.
Great job by Jalen Suggs, but I am just so impressed with Mark Pope's team right now. The ball movement that we've seen the last couple of possessions.
Averett, 3. No, too strong, long rebound, though. Gideon George there to get the loose ball. Nell will pull the trigger on the 3. It was
from there.
Barcelo shoots the 3. That one was way off the mark.
And a mismatch on the ball, too.
Yeah, no kidding. See if BYU can take advantage of it. Averett kicked it out to George. Got knocked off balance and maybe lost sort of the geography of where he was on the court. Here's Nell. 3 goes down. So those are big. BYU's chances are still very slim, but he missed 2 in a row at the line. BYU's got to get a shot off, and they got to get it quickly. Barcelo, 3. That one goes to dunk, so they didn't blow the whistle, and Timme got the 2 points out of it. Barcelo, 3. Another across the midcourt line. Now the trap came. Finally, LMU, some semblance of a look, and Quintana makes it
by work. You know, you talk to Mark Few, he tells you over and over again how hard he works.
Scott, good pass. Lea Pepe. Scott, that wasn't a great pass over to Quintana. Shot clock under 10. Quintana, 3. No, defensive end. Those should translate for me right away.
Oh, there's no doubt.
He got up and challenged Lea Pepe.
Williams, little head fake, and a 3.
The bigs aren't the best defensive laterally with their quickness. Make them guard.
Good shot fake by Tomley. Finds Williams for 3. Missed it. Santa Clara built a couple of 10-point leads. Brankic, Carlisle, good rotation. Jordan Williams. And in. Rotation to Williams. That's a 3.
At all, at least in the early stages of this game.
Here's a 3 right side from wants to play.
Yeah, St. Mary's is going to milk the clock, and they do such a good job on the defensive end. They jam things up. It's hard to run your stuff against St. Mary's.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Hitman Hearns. Were you into all the right? So
of course,
that
and Hearns
that was great stuff.
Some of the greatest fights of all time. Harris has done too. You take Gonzaga out of the picture, and Randy Bennett's considered the best coach in West Coast Conference history.
Yeah, the Gales have been to the postseason. Suggs with a runner. He's got 6. They've got 51. Account like Shema Karnowski's beard had a Twitter account?
Let's hope not. Let's hope not, because that got the Karnowski's beard got me in some trouble. That's why I still have the stubble ear.
And again, remember, this guy was a quarterback, Jalen Suggs, and had he chosen football, he might have wound up playing QB at all.
Have a huge night.
3 from the right side. Quick shot by Gale standards by Judah Brown. No good. Here comes Jalen Suggs up. Kuzi again into the lane, and again just could not get the layup to go. So there's Suggs.
And not just dribble the ball out. Those are second chance points opportunities that you have to manufacture and be successful with.
Good defense there by Watson. I think
Nine have been in the paint. And yeah, we see a lot of it with Drew Timme with his back to the basket, but we also see a lot of ball. We go back to that Kentucky team in 2014, 2015. Is it disappointing they were 38-1? Yeah, they didn't win a national championship.
It is a single elimination that you can lose, and your whole season, all your dreams are over. Your season is over. I mean, that's what makes the time. All your friends start texting, calling, you watching this game, the buzz in the actual arena. Barcelo, wow, go figure, that's the offensive rebound. Harms, is he going to take it? Yes. Is he going to make it? No. On the line tonight. Johnson, 3. Here comes Suggs with the great out. He is 14 in the first half against the #1 team in the country. Brandon Averett scooped it up with the left hand. No. Here comes Jalen Suggs. Oh, against Timme. Double team came. Gave it up. Barcelo hounded by Ayayi. Harms flipped it up. No good. What a defensive possession. For Anderson in the lane against Suggs, who's just such a good defender for a freshman.
Than Corey Kispert. That's remarkable.
Number 1 of 100,000. That's pretty good.
Trying to continue this offensive flow they got going. Caruso driving hard, missed the shot. Suggs guard. Good shot fake by Tomley. Finds Williams for 3. Missed it. Suggs. Bediako. Little jump hook. Suggs with another rebound.
Defender on your hip and provide an angle for the guard to deliver the ball.
Vrancic a quick trigger. Suggs fires it to his back. Corner, Vrancic. 5 minutes left first half. Vrancic, the trailer. Tomley a 3. Scoring when they need it. Tug of war. And Ezekiel Richards.
Just outside Seattle, and Joe Harris from Chelan was actually coached by his dad, Joe. The game of basketball is built more so on spacing and pick and roll now than ever before.
Timme with a nice block. Turns down Jalen.
Congratulations in this San Diego team. They did get a win on Thursday night. A win that had everybody in their program excited. A competitive team in this league. It was a nice win for the Toreros after so much time off. Little baby hook shot didn't go. Here come the Zags.
Spacing. Ayayi able to dial it up.
Kuzi again into the lane, and again just could
a star within your role.
Who wants to shoot for St. Mary? Passed up a couple looks. Tommy Kuzi missed the ring. He's actually shooting better from the field than the free throw line. And if there's something that might be a red flag for down the line with Timme, I mean, he does need to make a few.
Everybody you played in the non-conference, you took care of business, and yet they still find ways to motivate themselves.
Johnson's.
You're aging us, Dave. I already feel old enough. When you're, my youngest is now in double digits. I'm feeling old today.
Is so good.
His court vision and awareness is elite. It's different.
But Barcelo left him in the dust there. One of those games where this time of year, champ week, tournament time, All your friends start texting, calling, you watching this game, the buzz in the actual arena. Barcelo.
Of intensity at the defensive end of the floor here in the second half, though, Dave.
Totally different, and Suggs swats it away.
So quick, whether it's jumping, passing lanes, or that time elevating up with the block.
Alex Barcelo, the leader of this BYU. Anderson in the lane against Suggs, who's just such a... Anderson goes by, tip by.
In a hotel in Santa Cruz, California. Ball's loose. Gonzaga has it. Suggs and Caruso just hit one. Gets in the lane. Contact, no whistle. Great kick.
On the nice dive, but you also got to talk about the terrific find from Nembhard. He has delivered a couple passes now with that offhand.
Carlisle goes right at. Williams got loose. That's a really strong drive by this. Look, they're 2 months away from home, the long shutdown. But now they're starting to play. They beat Pepperdine. They're playing great here against Gonzaga. This is not.
If you're not going to value the basketball, if you're not going to jump stop, be solid on two, be on balance, and deliver that pass on time and on target with two hands and.
He had a tremendous game against the Dons in Spokane. Bouye missed the shot, out of bounds. The Dons offense may be as dependent on the three-point shot as any in college basketball. They haven't made us.
And as sharp as we've seen them, Dave.
USF beat Virginia. They could have, maybe should have beat, maybe even a little more depth heading into the tournament, just in case, whether it's an injury, somebody can't play because of protocol, foul.
Fantastic.
The Light Brigade, poetry offense for Gonzaga. Barcelo missed. He got knocked off balance, finished anyway, no whistle that time. You watch this game, this is an argument for Jalen Suggs to be taken before anybody. Well, in a late game situation at the line than that.
And 90% on the year.
Suggs tried to block it.
Rock roll in the paint, pulls it back out with his dribble. Discards the screen for Gonzaga.
That's what Pacific was concerned with in the first half, but it finally kind of hit them.
Well,
that first half, 5 points, 4 assists. And the drive, the miss by 23-5 our score. And Richard, we should welcome Dan. Those of you that may have been watching on CBS Sports early, 7 on the shot clock. Bell a long way away, got it inside. Shot up and off by Bailey. 10 on the shot clock. Into the corner. Rockrell, Suggs right there, got a shot off, but missed it. That space for him to get his little jump hooks off. And
well, then you also got to look at, he's never going to be in that. I got to find that.
Jalen Brown. Suggs.
As well as your driving lanes and cutting lanes that we see so frequently this year for Gonzaga.
So here's Tommy Kuzi, really good finisher around the rim. He was turned into
reaching distance, and not many teams have done that.
You could argue no two teams in the country know each other better than these two programs. Tommy Kuzi, who really
that can battle on the glass and be physical and disrupt them on their cuts. But then you also have guys that can flat out shoot the ball from the outside, and that's a tough combination to have. Not many teams have it.
Kuzi.
Poor communication. You have a breakdown on that play. It's a layup. It was just beautifully run.
Both to that shot. Suggs got up. At least he was over on the sideline. This game means a lot to Coach Few. He wants this WCC championship. That's a BYU turnover.
If Gonzaga wants to win this game, Dave, it's going to be at this end of the floor. Can they get enough stops? Can you sustain and get 3 stops in consecutive possessions? It's 2.
Timmy helped out. Harms went to the basket, and they found him, but he missed the layup. Matt Harms down low, trying to make his move. Suggs came over to help. Suggs for the Lions.
You've got to play with confidence, and you've got to be the aggressor.
Scott was trying to pass it. Well, simply not getting blown out early by the Zags is a victory. I mean, they have been such a quick starting team. Kispert, nice hands on. Shot clock again, winding down. Eli Scott's going to have to create something against Kispert. Into the lane. Scott steps through, missed the shot here. Scott down low. Bennett forcing turnovers, getting out in transition. Scott goes by Kispert, then hit.
Rebounding, passing, scoring when they need it. Tug of war. And Caruso the feed. And he's fouled at the rim and goes down hard.
He just gets right to that logo, right in front of the logo area, hits the brakes. Great footwork.
Here's Parrish. That was a good little hesitation move instead of
to win a national championship. That's been the goal since day one, and it remains their sole purpose and their sole focus of the season. It's an accurate and good, solid analysis. Also, so is this. Jalen Suggs quietly just goes about his business. I mean, just
that was
the only thing we could have. That's the only thing, by the way, in the first half that we could have the ability to switch really 1 through 4 for the Baylor Bears.
In the lane, Calcaterra came up short. Salski missed.
Yeah, Watson just coming out to set a little ball screen and slipped it right to the basket. And that spacing makes it so difficult to guard. And Gonzaga can space, a lot of teams can space the floor.
For Pacific on ESPN+.
Who do you think's the best junior lightweight of all time?
The best junior lightweight. And Brown, a guy who could really shoot the ball. St. Mary's needs some outside shooting. He had a couple of threes on the weekend against Pepperdine.
14 of his 19 field goal attempts coming into this one.
They are equipped to come back in a game just because of how many threes they can make in a hurry. But Gonzaga is defending that three-point line so well. That shot was deflected. He hustled back and almost grabbed the defensive rebound. He is just everywhere in this game now. They were down at halftime in that game, so I think Coach View looking for a better all-around performance tonight. Harward, you make a turnover like that against Gonzaga, it's points the other way. George down the lane. Gideon George, good move. Missed the layup.
Timmy.
Way too far out on the floor.
And Crockroll losing control, getting it back to the baseline. Here's Bell like a lumberjack going through.
I bet you Aspen has good hotels. I've never been.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You know where I have been?
Yeah.
Has really affected them. But the league has gotten better, but Gonzaga has also gotten immensely better.
Suggs creates
defense. I think that's one of the best things that Suggs does is he throws it ahead and he also collapses it in transition with the bounce.
The second time he's done that. First time takes it through from the corner. At some point as a guard, the game slows down and you just don't get sped up anymore.
And look who was back to contend.
To have you. It worked out great with Kyle Wiltshire as well.
Strother with the defense. Shot was missed by Price. And then the takeaway. Yes, it is a takeaway by Jenkins. And the drive down the lane is off by Bailey. Strother was.
You're aging us, Dave. I already feel old enough. When my youngest is now in double digits. I'm feeling old today.
It's so good.
His court vision and awareness is elite. It's different.
But Barcelo left him in the dust there. Good example. That could have been a dig me moment for Josh Parrish because that was well done. Instead, he busted it. A little pull-up jumper is too strong. Bouye against the great freshman defender Suggs. Step-back jumper is good.
Crockroll in the paint. Pulls it back out with his dribble. Discards the screen by
reaching distance, and not many teams have done that.
You could argue no two teams in the country know each other better than these two programs. Tommy Kuzi, you really...
Plenty of time on the shot clock for Dasher. Guarded by Timmy, footwork, back rim and off.
The Dons only allowed Corey Kispert 8 3-point attempts in 120 minutes.
Shot clock winding down. Got to go here. As the shot clock expired, just get the ball.
First to the floor. You know, that's a term that coaches use. Jay Wright uses it. They use it at Sanford.
You dodge one when he misses.
Clark crossover. In the land of giants, is able to get a shot.
Play him at half court.
27 points.
This is impressive. One of those kids didn't have many offers either. I think it was California system. Maybe Davis was interested in him. All out of the set offense.
72-49.
Nice steal.
And Murphy. Toussaint into the paint. His runner doesn't get the act.
Played together for years.
Garrett strong to the rim and a foul. Pretty.
Tight 1-on-1 as hot as that is.
It's a tough shot. I mean, it took a long time getting it.
Maintain possession. Maladon, one right at Suggs, takes a very difficult shot. I was surprised he didn't start the game in it.
Patterson gets in and gets rejected this time by
Team USA took on Serbia and was 1 for 16 from behind the three. They've already made 2 in this game. The beautiful move. That's the score in the comment section. Let's see exactly how many points Team USA will go for. 101-57. They have to take another one from deep.
House where Kansas finishes off Oklahoma State. Dave Fleming, Sean Farnham tonight from Provo, Utah, where the Zags are off to another terrific start.
116 points.
98 against Virginia seems like a point total you'd have if you played them twice.
Stripe, getting well in the paint, and the stripe.
Keep it moving. They got to keep the ball moving.
There's the pick.
Over the world, because it was a $2,000 phone bill the first 2 months. And luckily, athletic director Mike Roth said,
early leads are miscellaneous. Everybody's just going to hang tough, run their stuff. Nice cut here.
Hauser in the paint. Does he
did there, or will they eventually look to double him and open up the three-point shots for the Hawkeyes?
There's Bohannon leading the charge. Ball is knocked away. Is certainly going to do more than survive here this afternoon. The inbounds goes to Garza. 2 seconds. Garza steps to his right for time.
Spacing, Ayayi able to dial it up.
Kuzi again into the lane and again just couldn't. He's actually shooting better from the field than the free throw line. And if there's something that might be a red flag for down the line with Timmy, I mean, he does need to make a few.
On these long shots are running to go rebound instead of boxing out, initiating contact with their guy and tracking where the ball is going.
Australia, he is, I mean, they have toughness, and he might be the toughest of their tough guys. Kelly Leapepe, they're going to call an elite from Spokane, a couple state championships. Has been hurt in his Gonzaga career, but healthy now and playing well. There's Scott. That wasn't a great pass over to Quintana. Shot clock under 10. Quintana 3. No. Anderson goes by. Tip by.
Williams, little head fake, and a 3.
On the nice dive, but you also got to talk about the terrific find from Nembhard. He has delivered a couple passes now with that offhand.
Carlisle goes right at came back. Everything he's done in the offseason has pointed him towards the NBA. All the drills, all the work.
Johnson with a drive. And
he had a tremendous game against the Dons in Spokane. Bouye missed the shot, out of bounds. And the Dons offense may be as dependent on the three-point shot as any in college basketball. They haven't made
and that's been a point of emphasis for Mark Few. You know, you talk about what can Gonzaga fine-tune. It's their defense.
Maybe even a little more depth heading into the tournament, just in case, whether it's an injury, somebody can't play because of protocol, foul.
Fantastic.
The Light Brigade poetry offense for Gonzaga. Barcelo missed the shot, blocked. I mean, you saw that shot of Jalen Suggs talking to Mark Few. That's an offensive foul. Barcelo pushed off
from like 30 feet out. Who else? Who? Anyone else on the floor? Does that
be great if he pointed at a teammate? Blame somebody else. Alex Barcelo.
Gonzaga has done this to everybody. This isn't exclusive to West Coast Conference play. This isn't
in a late game situation at the line than that.
And 90% on the year.
Suggs tried to block it.
Is just so good at recognizing what's going on the floor. In the last 2 games, 18 assists, only 3 turnovers. A guy who's handling. He's going to do less damage out there than when he's driving towards the basket. But watch him in transition too.
Wow,
Crockroll covered by Suggs, off the screen, into the paint, open for a little tear.
On the perimeter.
Little mustache salute, too, from Timmy after he made that. It's a 5-point game. Crockroll, right side of the lane. Runner is no good.
So, because if you think about it, these 2 teams played on January 23rd, and the score was, 95-4.
Feet set and knock it down.
One basket away, Colby Ross, from 2,000 points for his career. This could be it, and it is.
His first action against the #1 team in the nation, Gonzaga. Underneath, could take it with a layup. And Yeezy gets the bucket to put.
That first half, 5 points, 4 assists. And the drive, the miss by
Bloods are on the borderline right now of making or missing the NCAA tournament.
Sullivan. Barry's start.
I know we touched on it at the halftime. People get excited and they talk about different projections at next level, whatever it may be.
Gonzaga's going to run away.
Tommy Kuzi has gone from walk-on to one of the best players in the conference, and he gets an assist.
As well as your driving lanes and cutting lanes that we see so frequently this year for Gonzaga.
So here's Tommy Kuzi, really good finisher around the rim. He has turned into.
You hope long-term that's not a problem for St. Mary's. This is going to be the first time that they've been 0-3 in conference play since that 05-06. Ironically, the last time they started.
Suggs jumped right in the passing lane. Then
which block it is. He can turn center. He can spin baseline. You allow him to post up within 5 feet, you're giving up a layup.
By the arc, that was a rare miss for him from close range. Down low, Timmy got a hand on the ball, and ultimately Suggs came over and Pepe even got a hand on that one. That turns into a Gonzaga turnover. And Drew Timmy, I don't know if he got hit. Suggs, what a terrific.
See, the building blocks and the foundation to this program are really starting to be established for Stan Johnson.
There's Suggs again, just lurk.
In a hotel in Santa Cruz, California. Ball's loose. Gonzaga has it. Suggs and Gonzaga. Frank is wide open. Suggs.
To the year, but 3 games ago, Mark Few made a change. Watch them now coming off the bench. Andrew Nembhard tonight starting his 3rd consecutive game.
A little too strong.
This is as impressive as a performance that we've seen this year. Remember, there was a game where Garza had a great first, and that's been a point of emphasis for Mark Few. And, you talk about what can Gonzaga fine-tune. It's their defense.
House where Kansas finishes off Oklahoma State. Dave Fleming, Sean Farnham tonight from Provo, Utah, where the Zags are off to another terrific start.
Gonzaga has done this to everybody. This isn't exclusive
to West Coast Conference play. This isn't
7 rebounds for Bell.
Yeah, and and Pacific will take that defensively. Team shoots at 36% as he does from the floor. Nice step.
Kept waiting for him to give the ball back. Never did. Turned it over. Third turnover for the Zags in these first few minutes. And there Suggs steals one away.
For the Bulldogs. And now a steal. Suggs takes it away, leaves it for Kispert, who gets the dunk. Number 1 team of the nation, number 1 offense, both in scoring and shooting. Tipped away, so 32-24. Another steal. Suggs.
And again, Suggs, great anticipation. And the ball, oh, that it is saved, but right to Suggs. Great play over there by Bailey.
Factor that space. Kispert has figured out how to do it.
Fotu, good catch, then had it ripped away by Suggs, who is just so active on
Well, Mr. Football.